What is going on, YouTube? I'm here on CollegeFootball25 bringing you a brand new rebuild, and I'm here with head coach Humongous. And as you can see, my man is ready to rebuild a program. That is for sure. You would have told me last year when I was playing this game that preseason Heisman candidates Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel now teammates in real life on the Cleveland Browns. How crazy is that? Sometimes the stories write themselves, and that's what's even crazier is what if I would have told you a year ago that Dillon Gabriel was going to go ahead of Shedeur Sanders? You probably would have tried to punch me in the face saying I don't know ball. But we're going to get into these conferences, and I'm going to let you see what I did when it comes to the realignment, and let me know in the comments if you agree with where these teams are going. Now, I took Florida State out of the ACC and put them in the SEC for the rivalry with Florida, but Miami stays, and we're trying to get teams of just North Carolina, Virginia, and Florida, some Florida teams, all together in the ACC for the Atlantic Coastal Conference. You could have put Coastal in the SEC technically, but they're a small school, and Coastal's in the name, so they're getting grandfathered in, because I did put Clemson and South Carolina in the SEC. And then next in the American, now named the Northeastern Conference, because it is all teams of the Northeastern region, and it's going to be fun to see where each champion comes from, what team is going to become champion of their conference, now based on geography. And that is going to make it really interesting when we come to our conference, because now it is big bragging rights. Don't rip my heads off, SEC fans, but it gives me a little bit of SEC vibes. Everything is bigger in Texas. Winning this conference championship is going to be huge for programs. 10, which has, you'll see a theme. We put all the team, there's no independents. Notre Dame is in the Big Ten, and that's a big deal because now Conference USA, I'm sorry for the fans of this team. I tried my best to put them in a conference that still has a lot of good teams in it. You got Kansas State, you got Oklahoma, you got Missouri, you got Oklahoma State, you got Kansas, you got Arkansas. And I tried to put it based on geography and rivalries as much as possible. So let me know in the comments how I did. I ended up putting Cincinnati in the MAC, as well as Colorado in the Mountain West for that and New Mexico State for those rivalries with their other respective schools. The Pac is back, baby. Pac After Dark. The Pac-12 has made a return in this series, and that is going to be super exciting. And as you come to the big SEC and see what they have to offer with a ton of different rivalries, that is going to be so interesting to see how this plays out and who wins these conferences. Georgia Tech and Tulane make their way back into the conference after leaving all those years ago. And then we have some smaller schools in those regions around where the SEC is, and that's the Sun Belt now. And that's going to be the conferences, and I am super excited. And as we know in these college football games, recruiting is your bread and butter, and let me tell you, Coach Humongous knows about his bread and butter. Recruiting is going to be super important in the All-Texas Conference, considering all the kids from Texas are going to be recruited by the same conference, with all the Texas schools competing for players. We know how many good recruits come out of Texas every year, and we can just name some of the best NFL quarterbacks to ever play the game have came out of Texas, and just players in general. And as you can see, Texas, Houston, TCU, Texas Tech, Baylor, Texas A&M, all in Malik Etienne's, who is this, Trevor Etienne, Travis Etienne's brother? Who knows? All in their interest board and on their top schools, and we're going to see where these kids want to go, because we're going to try to steal them from the big schools at UTEP with Coach Humongous. And we know we can. And we're putting as many points as we can with only 400 recruiting points, as you see in the top right. When you start out as a small school with low stars, you do not have much wiggle room. So that is where the recruiting is at the moment. And we're going to just take a little peek at this team from a standpoint of the players you should watch in this first game we're going to play against Middle Tennessee with our quarterback Skylar Locklear. He has a little bit of speed at 81. We're not really too worried. He's definitely going to get pushed out by one of our recruits that I'm going to bring in with the new regime. But you got Kenny Odom, who, as you can see with the superstar impact player star next to his name, as well as Cam Thomas from Birmingham, Alabama, and Jaden Smith from Atlanta, Georgia. We have an interesting wide receiver core that has 90-plus speed, and we really don't like our tight ends. Our line is not good, and our D-line, and as you will see, just all of the players on defense are all seniors just about, and we're going to need to really replenish this defense in this next recruiting class. It is going to be very crucial that we find defensive players, and that year one, the defensive playmakers you have to watch out for is definitely Maurice Westmoreland out of Houston, Texas, a senior, 6'2", 250, gold duress, gold quick jump, bronze takedown. He's an absolute monster. On the other side, he's got Jalen Jones, a true freshman out of Beaumont, Texas, with silver duress and bronze grip breaker. He's a 6'5", 225 as a true freshman. He's an absolute monster. And then we got to go to our users, who are going to be Jake Hall, 6'2", 230. He's got silver hammer and gold grip breaker. And it says his overall is pretty low, but I'm telling you he will play good as a user linebacker. And Trey Dunson is by his side, a pass coverage linebacker with 90 speed. He's going to be a beast there. And I think those are definitely the playmakers you want to watch out for. We do not have many good players in the secondary, but we do have great players at the trenches, and that's what players are going to have to, and teams are going to have to watch out for. Welcome on in, everybody, to week one of the UTEP franchise here in the All-Texas Conference, and I'm super excited to see what we can do in year one with this team. And I had to put UTEP in their alternate home jerseys to start the season, and I also gave Middle Tennessee a little bit of drip as well with their alternates. And I have a little theory that when you give a team that you're facing in Dynasty drip and their alternate uniforms, especially if they look good, they somehow play better and you get smacked even worse. So we're going to see with this 76 overall team. Now, I know they're just as bad as us, but I'm telling you, we're playing on Heisman. I am going to get cooked. And this team might get cooked as we're underway in week one and the Sun Bowl. Like I said before, we're carving a beautiful mountain out here in El Paso, Texas. And this team, and we got our Amari Kelly, and he looks to be a little bit of a beast, 92 speed. We're definitely going to have to keep an eye out for him. Now, the star on the field is the impact player, and they don't have any. And as you see, Maurice Westmoreland on the edge there, and they get the draw up the middle Tennessee, and we try to stop them, and they gain about 8. Here we go. I am so excited for this season. What are we going to be able to do in the first season of the All-Texas Conference? Can we make a conference title game? Is that possible with a 76 overall team on Heisman? I don't think so. It looks like their impact player might be a tight end. He's pretty big, number 83 in the slot there. And here we are, 2nd and 6, almost at midfield, Middle Tennessee in their first possession. I'm so curious what he's going to be able to do at quarterback, Nicholas Vattiato. And, man, I'm curious what Vattiato is going to be able to do. He's looking pretty good right now, running the read option, making the right reads, checking down when he needs to. We like playing zone coverage because we don't have the speed right now in the secondary to play man. We're going to blitz from time to time. I like blitzing on short, 2nd and short, trying to get them back in a 3rd and medium, a 3rd and long, try to stop the run as well. We're going to have to see what Coach Humongous has up his sleeve. And here we are, jet sweep on the outside. I mean, they're doing basically whatever they want. And there we go, Holden Willis, their tight end, making someone miss, but it's actually hurting them. And we're going to slot blitz here. And our D tackle is able to stop them. Joey Lightfoot, a freshman from the state of Texas. And that's what we're going to love to see in this series. We're going to try to recruit well in Texas and see a lot of Texas players that we're excited to play with. And try to recruit. And Holden Willis up the sideline. And he won't go down. As you see, he gets out of bounds and says, "Get off me, brother. I don't care." We're better than you. Now, I'm an Eagles fan, and Middle Tennessee is where Reed Blankenship's from, Super Bowl champion, and Maurice Westmoreland gets in the backfield for a sack. Yeah, that one's going to hurt, buddy. That one's going to freaking hurt. And we're going to come in here and we're going to punch. We're going to punch, that's for sure. This team's going to have fight with Coach Humongous. Okay, yeah, that draw ain't going to work with 2nd and 20, buddy. Let me tell you. Let me tell you a little bit about this team. You're going to find out, that's for sure. 3rd and 16. 3rd and long. And 3rd and a million, whatever you want to call it. And it's a sack! Is that the true freshman? It is! Jalen Jones, the true freshman, with his first sack in his collegiate career. And here we are, 4th and 26. No, college kickers are not as good as the NFL. And it doesn't matter. They're going to say, how about you shut your mouth? You don't know nothing about it. And a return here from the end zone. And the UTEP Miners are going to start with the ball at their own 15-yard line after giving up a field goal on the first possession of the game. And if you could tell, they took a lot of time off the clock with these short routes, and our O-line is just not going to hold up, it looks like. Oh, I'm very worried, boys. I'm very, very worried. I keep saying about when he got exactly 6 yards. I keep saying about. All right, dude. Have a little better commentary, all right? And here we go. Cam Smith, and yeah, that's one of my Kirk Cousins. I'm checking. Skylar Locklear is checking. Yeah. Him, not me. Is checking. Oh my gosh, this punt! Oh wow, that was actually a really good punt by the punter. Oh, what blocking from Middle Tennessee! They do get to midfield. And started the new possession, 3-0. We can't get anything started on offense. And we stop them! Is that Trey Dodson? It is! From Georgia. I told you the users are going to be interesting. Trey Dunson's going to fly around the field with 90 speed. There's no doubt about it. There's some players on this team to be excited about, especially the guys on the edge in Maurice Westmoreland and Jalen Jones. Those players are going to be our impact guys. There's no doubt about it in this first year. We need more of them. We need to get some players out of Texas. Oh, and that was my fault. I user stick to the safety and absolutely let Holden Willis get basically as many yards as he wanted. He's got 3 receptions for 33 yards to start the game. I mean, this is not looking good, boys. We're going to go in the deep third, and that could have been picked. I don't know why he only gets one hand up. You got to have better instincts than that. Or you're not going to be around long. Coach Humongous does not really play around with that stuff. We need turnovers. We like aggressiveness. You're going to come to find that out, that the UTEP Miners, this new program under Humongous, is going to be different than it was before, that's for sure, especially with the new college realignment. You have to be aggressive. We're playing all the schools in Texas, and this defense is at least getting stops in the red zone when it's needed because we don't have much going on offense to start the game. Not at all. Not at all. I'm already raging, and we're about not even a quarter into the season. Wow, this is amazing. Cam Smith, though, with a little bit of how do you do? How do you do? Yeah, that's what he's going to give you. A little how do you do? A little step in the grass, in the turf. I'm not sure what kind of grass they got out there in the Sun Bowl, but we got to make something happen on it because right now it's not looking great. We're going to hot route. We're gonna do what we need to do because play action is a death sentence with this O-line. Now we got running back out in the flat. Can he make a block? Yes! He can't get the first. Jolly, the freshman out of Texas. Super excited to see what he can do in his first season. Getting snaps. Let's go. Another Ezel Jolly. Another carry for about 10. That was huge. I mean, this running... Okay, this interior line... they are going to be accountants in about 3 months. In 3 months, the interior line at UTEP are probably going to be accountants, if I had to guess, because they are not playing professional football. Now the band is playing bangers. You guys can hear it. They're piping us up. We got to get a first. This squad is ready. This squad is ready. And we have... Oh! He's wide open! Kenny Odom! In the end zone for a touchdown, UTEP! Put him to bed, Kenny. Put him to bed! And those 2 field goals right away are going to make the difference because we are going to take the lead. The defense stopping them in the red zone is going to make a difference. We are going to take the lead. After all that I said about our interior line and everything like that, they're going to take over the possession here at the 16-yard line. And we're going to see if we can play some good zone coverage. Oh, that's my user, and they just threw right at me because they have no respect. No respect here in Heisman difficulty. They don't care. Middle Tennessee doesn't care about if I'm using the middle linebacker, I guess. And that's an amazing handoff here from Frank Peasant. He plays like one, am I right? Am I right? Huh? Okay. Yeah, anyways... Here we go. And the only thing that makes me excited about this team, I know he's a senior, but that dude is a dog, and this defensive line has some dogs on it, that's for sure. And we're trying to let them loose. And they're throwing a screen up the field. Up the sideline goes Frank Peasant, and he's almost got a first because his lineman pushes him for a couple more. And isn't it stupid as hell that the NFL wants to take that kind of play out of football? Whole another rant, but man, that's interesting to say the least. And yeah, and it's a sack, and it's a fumble. Oh, but he recovers. The lineman and the Middle Tennessee recovers, but it's 4th and 18. This game is kind of turned around. I was not expecting us to play like this. Now I just want to show you to make sure you guys know. I am on Heisman, so just wanted to reiterate that. So if I start making terrible reads, that is why, and that should have been picked. Wow, it's like I almost knew it was coming, so I was just about to make the excuse for y'all. But it's not going to happen because it's Skylar Locklear. And wow, Jackson's able to get to the outside, and he makes a move inside, and he gets 8 yards. To make this a 3rd and short, and we're going to play an RPO game here. And Skylar Locklear's got to make the right read. Can he make it, though? And it looks like he's going to be able to get the first here. Get on the outside and lower the shoulder for 5 yards, maybe 6. 2nd down and 2. Now we got to see, can we get this guy open in the backfield? Ezel Jolly, I think we can with a Texas route, and he will come open, and he has the speed to break away. He looks like he's a receiving back with safety valve, and that's going to be big. He has 2 catches for 30 yards already to start this game. It's almost the second half. And that's a pick! That's a pick from Skylar Locklear. He gets hit as he throws, and he throws an interception. That is going to be huge. Huge for Middle Tennessee. And here we are, 1st and 10. And it's a sack! Jalen Jones, in his first game in college football, has 2 sacks at home in the Sun Bowl. Everything's bigger in Texas. We're trying to win this conference, this all-Texas conference. We're going to see how the other conferences stack up. Oh, what a move! Inside by Middle Tennessee's wideout. And Nick Battiato is making some pretty decent reads. Look at this formation they got in the backfield in 3rd and 2. Are they running the ball or what? They're trying to power this football. Can they do it, though? Oh, it's play action. I'm totally caught off guard. And Holden Willis is having a game. 5 catches, 52 yards at the half. And here we go. 1st and 10. Middle Tennessee sacked again, and it's a fumble. Jalen Jones. 3 sacks and a sack fumble recovery in his first college game. What a performance. All right. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Can we make something happen? He's cutting down. That could have been a pick six. And I don't know if you've ever seen the Reggie Bush hit. Sheldon Brown laid down to Reggie Bush. But that's basically what I just did to our poor running back. Sorry about that. I'm basically Derek Carr in the flesh when it comes to throwing footballs. But what do you want from me? I'm trying to win a game here. 3rd and 1. We need to run the football. They're spread out, and they're playing for the pass. And he's instantly shed, and it's 4th and 2. What did I say earlier about our interior linemen and what they're going to be doing professionally? Not anything related to football. These guys are ass. Ass. And that's a speed out that's going to be open for Cam Thomas. All right, 1st and goal here at the 8-yard line. Let's see if we can get it on a screen pass. And we're going to spin inside, and he makes the move in the end zone. Touchdown. Jolly on the screen. Beautiful move by Ezel Jolly for a touchdown. Skylar Locklear has 2 touchdowns in the half. 2nd and 5 here. And Westmoreland is in the backfield, and Battiato makes a great dot on the outside. Is that what Max Crosby said that Gardner Minshew was a little ass dude or little ass boy? I forget. That video, that video on NFL Films was hilarious. He's trying to go up the seam. I see him. And that's another sack. Maurice Westmoreland, we're going to call a timeout and try to get the ball back. And in this first half, the storyline is our D-line is eating. What, 10th overall? I have to look up exactly what pick it was. But, yeah, basically pretty sure, Texas has a great line. We know that for sure. So, I don't know what's going to happen there. We try to throw a screen. The clock is running. I'm yapping, ruining chances for us to maybe score. And people watching this are probably going, what are you doing? You are so cocky. You are literally up a score against Middle Tennessee. What are you doing? And our line is getting absolutely bitched, bro. What's going on up front right now? What? Yo! He said, get out the club, little bro. Dude, bro, is bro even there? Is he? What is going on? Our O-line has nothing in the tank, I guess. They don't want to get drafted. They have no aspirations to play professional football. I could get you drafted here. Humongous can get you drafted. But you got to play well, and we tried to throw Will out, and Skylar Locklear got absolutely demolished in the backfield trying to make that throw. I'm not sure how we're going to pull this out because I'm still not very confident in our quarterback, Skylar Locklear, even though he's had a good first half. That's wide open. They're playing man coverage, and Vincent gets probably about 30 yards. He has 200 passing yards to start the season, getting into the second half now. And Jacksonville State's playbook has a lot to offer, especially with fast receivers. So, okay, we are screwed. Oh, he makes a miss. We got to do a playmaker. And he's going to be open! And he misses the throw! And this is why you need to make sure when you're doing rebuilds, guys, that you go out and get a quarterback in year one. I don't care who's playing. I don't care who's that quarterback. You find your guy because this is what happens. This is what happens. He misses a throw that's wide open, and then he makes a terrible read up the seam. The safety hawks him, and he throws his second pick of the game. I'm not sure exactly what to say. I don't know what he saw there. Oh! And the DB comes in. I'm thinking he might make a play on the ball, but he's not able to. Trey Dunson, Maurice Westmoreland. I haven't really heard Jake Hall's name too much, but Jalen Jones, of course, the true freshman. And here's Westmoreland with another sack. The O-line is not good either. Here we are, 1st and 10 at our 33. And we're going to try to playmaker again. And Locklear gets him. He gets hit and as he throws. And we get it downfield on a playmaker. A good scramble. A good scramble drill, and Vincent finds the open space in the field to be able to get upfield for about 30 yards there. And they lays the block. Make sure you highlight players like this in your programs that are making blocks like this. Javon Jackson, the running back, comes out here and makes a big block for Vincent so he can get past and get up the sideline. And that's who you want to see making plays all around the field, your playmakers in your offenses. And look at this, Locklear's going to find the edge, but if you can't see how fast that DB is. We're here on 3rd and 1, and I think a run play is the play. Coach Humongous with the playbook. He knows the plays. I just run them. And another pick from Skylar Locklear. It looked like it was wide open, and he makes another terrible read. And is he going to go? He's able to recover and at least push him out of bounds. But if you could tell, he did not see De'Aaron McDonald at all. Wow, Locklear just did not have the wherewithal to make these reads. When we get a new quarterback in year 2, it is going to be a different program, and it looks like Nicholas Vattiato knows how to throw the football, knows what reads to make, and he is making plays to keep them in this game. We're getting deep into the 3rd quarter here. And Nicholas Vattiato throws into the end zone for a Middle Tennessee touchdown. And the game could be tied barring a 2-point conversion. 21 for 24 on the day. This defense hasn't been good at stopping the pass, and they get it easily. And we are in shambles, boys. I am not sure what Coach Humongous is thinking, but he cannot be thinking good things because there is no way that we should be in this position. And he makes a move, but he can't get upfield enough. 2nd and 10. Here, and he's getting pushed into his lap here. And he's just got to throw it away. And it's almost picked off. It's almost picked off. This is not good. 3rd and 10 at our 22. And they read the screen perfectly. This is not good, boys. Middle Tennessee takes over at the 39-yard line at their own 39. 1st and 10. And this is getting scary, boys. I'm not going to lie. Skylar Locklear was looking good in the first half. He started, and here's that man. Mama, there goes that man. Holden Willis with 6 catches for 62 yards on the day. He's absolutely tearing up the secondary for UTEP. That man, Holden Willis. Stop him. Good tackle by Westmoreland. Westmoreland's a beast if you can't tell. He's going out in coverage, making plays. He's rushing the passer. He's kind of like Jahad Campbell, should I say, Eagles fans? I'm not sure, but just saying. You would think I was able to get there. Nope. He crosses my face, and I'm just stuck in the mud, and he makes a catch for 7. 3rd and 3. And he escapes the pocket. Nick Vattiato, what a dot! Are we really serious now? Are we kidding here? Nicholas Vattiato has the time in the pocket. It starts collapsing. He feels the pressure, rolls out, spins out, and makes an absolute dot of a throw to put them in the red zone. First and 10 here at the 15-yard line. And it is a sack. Another one from Jalen Jones, the freshman quarterback. 2nd and 18. And Jalen Jones again. A 5-sack performance for Jalen Jones in his first ever college football game. That is amazing. I don't know why the fans have their thumbs down. I hope that's a celly from him because it makes no sense why they would be booing that. Okay. Up the seam. Holden Willis touchdown. It doesn't matter. He has 5 sacks. We go down 7. This is an incredible game to start this season. We take over on offense. What's curious is, can we get something going here? Can we get something, please? And it looks like we have to scramble because I'm scared of the middle linebacker over the middle. I'm not trying to throw another pick with anything in the way. Skylar Locklear has just not been able to make a lot of good reads, a lot of good throws today. And, and Jolly, SL Jolly makes it up the sideline. And this is incredible. What a game to start this season. A huge play by SL Jolly to end the third quarter as we head into the fourth quarter. And I am super excited to see if we can pull this one out. There's so much to like about this team and so much to hate. I don't know what to think of them through week 1. Our pocket completely collapses. Can Locklear make a throw? And what a play from the DB. That's another interception. What do you think, guys? Do you think this was a makeable pass, or is this just a bad read, bad user read? I think he's open if there's touch on the ball. You can't tell me there's not space behind these DBs with no one there. The safety's not going to get there. If you throw it to one of these guys in this space, you get it. But instead he doesn't arch the ball. It gets tipped by the DB into another hands of a DB, and they're playing tennis with it. And they catch another interception, and it looks like this might all be but over. I mean, he's not able to make any throws right now. You might say that's user error, maybe, and you might be right. You might be right, and it's up the sideline, blown coverage, Middle Tennessee to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. I just don't know what else to say. I really don't at this point. Up the sideline right after that amazing play by their DBs. I mean, hats off to Middle Tennessee for taking hold of this game in the fourth quarter. But I'm just so shell-shocked that with 5 sacks by one true freshman D-end, we're still not able to make an impact enough on defense to really make... I know they have tons of possessions, but still, man, this is crazy to start the year. We're going to have to do a lot of work in recruitment to make this team better. I mean, he's got 305 yards, but he has 4 interceptions to start his season. If he throws one more, we might have to bench him in week 1. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's not able to make anything happen. He gets a first down at least. Maybe he can try to run the ball here at 2nd and 10 and just try to get some positive yards, because nothing is going right. And if you didn't see, that the interior of our line instantly gets shedded, bitched again, and we just have to just hope to God we can get someone open here on 3rd and 8 to keep this drive alive. And we are able to get the ball out, and I just feel like Kirk Cousins checking it down on 4th down. I don't know what I'm doing with that read, but we have to make sure we throw to someone open. We cannot throw a pick at the same time. And oh my gosh, what defense by them in Middle Tennessee. But we are able to get the first down to keep this drive alive and keep this game alive, because this game is not over, boys. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Can Locklear make a comeback after throwing those picks with Cam Thomas getting space for about 30 yards, it looks like, downfield, at least 25. And this is a huge development if we can get a touchdown here. We need a touchdown. He's in our lap. He's in our lap. Our right tackle is literally in our lap. Oh my gosh, man. This is just rough. Our O-line is getting bitched. I mean, what the hell? What the hell? What am I even supposed to do? You're watching a massacre here in El Paso at the Sun Bowl. We're going to have to scramble here. And Locklear has space. Tons of it. And he's in there. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Great scramble from Skylar Locklear. And can we make something happen now? Javon Jackson with a great block earlier in this game, and we're going to have to see if we can get him the football. He's wide open. He's going to walk in for a touchdown. I think that was a little bit of a late hit, but the refs let it go. And that's touchdown UTEP. We're only 7 away from being back in this game and tying it. Can't wait for 26 to come out and do many, many more rebuilds on this channel. But here we are, 1st and 10. They're at the 16-yard line, trying to put away this game. And they run it here on 1st and 10, and they get way more yards than I thought. Frank Peasant only with 10 yards. Only his longest rush, only 10 carries with 23 yards. Longest rush of 8 on the day. I mean, that's just not going to cut it. And we get absolutely, thank God for pressure. Thank God for our defensive line. I mean, what else would we be as 356 yards, 27 of 32. Nicholas Fatiato is a beast today. He has 4 touchdown passes, and he's sacked. Westmoreland with a huge sack. Can we come back? This is insane. We almost have 10 sacks in this game between 2 players. Westmoreland has 4.5 sacks, and Jalen Jones, the true freshman, has 5. Can we win this game? Can we come back in this dynasty? In week 1, I don't know. It's going to be so hard still. I just don't trust Locklear after all those misreads and all those bad throws. It totally wasn't my user. That was just absolutely terrible. I mean, 10 sacks on the day for one team and 4 on the other. I'm pretty sure it said 4. That is incredible defensive play from each team. We're going to get on the outside with Ezel Jolly again. He's going to lower the shoulder and get popped. He really doesn't have power, it seems like. And a field goal does us no good, by the way. Field goal does us no good. We're going to try to get a slant in the slot here, and we're going to quick snap it. And the slant is open, and he holds on to it. I mean, this is a huge 4th down, boys. This is maybe the game. Maybe the game. Coach Humongous has to dial something up huge here. It's in his name. He's got to figure it out. And Jackson, he doesn't catch it. He doesn't catch it. They sell on 4th down. I am so worried that this game might be over in week 1. In front of our home fans. The crowd is packed today. They have dynamic attendance in this game, and the crowd is packed in week 1. If we keep losing games like this, there's going to be nobody here by week 6. Let me tell you that much. 3rd and 9. Huge 3rd down here. Please give me something. One of these players who have been playing amazing, Westmoreland, Jalen Jones, they run the football, which I'm surprised. He fumbles, and it's recovered by who? Who recovered this football? Katie Johnson. Know his name, learn his name, because what a play in this game. 1:04 to go. 1st and 10 at the 23. They read another screen. They know I'm trying to get the ball out quick. They know I'm scared to throw the ball downfield with these interceptions. I'm going to run the football. I'm running the football here. I mean, Coach Humongous knows that we have a... Oh! That's about 12 yards, maybe 13 on 1st down. They were not expecting the run. This has become kind of insane to start this season. I could not wish for a better game to start the gameplay to start this season, and it looks like we're running for our lives. Can we make something happen? We're just going to have to throw it away here. 2nd and goal at the 9. I am sweating now. This is getting scary. Ezel Jolly on a jet sweep. Can we get to the outside? And we can. Can he make the pylon? He does. Touchdown UTEP. Touchdown UTEP. Touchdown UTEP. And we might tie this game with a extra point attempt. Ezel Jolly, if you didn't see, had 8 catches, 115 yards, and 2 touchdowns in this game. He was a huge part in the passing game as a running back. You could say he was probably the biggest receiver in this game out of the backfield, and it doesn't matter if we can't stop him here. It doesn't matter if we can't stop him on defense here. I trust in this defense, even though they've given up 28. That's because of the extra possessions that Middle Tennessee has had because of the interceptions. And another blown coverage on the outside. And they get down to the middle of the field. I cannot believe what I'm watching, boys. This is incredible. Holden Willis has been a beast all game. I don't want him to get open, and we were able to cover him up on that play. He's been playing amazing. He had a really good first half now. We slowed him down a little bit in the second half. We're going to blitz here. I know that might be scary, but we have to. And Holden Willis. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know what else to say. We went cover 0. And they were able to make something happen. And it's looking like if we can't get a block here, it might be the end of the football game. And he blocks the football! No! There's no way this is happening! Big man touchdown! Come on, Holden Willis! No! No way! There is no way that Holden Willis hawks him down after an amazing block. The big man, he has a Samoan name, a Polynesian name. It's hard to pronounce, but the big man, number 3, almost runs the ball into the end zone to end regulation, and we're going to overtime. What a first game. I hope you guys have been enjoying so far. I know I'm enjoying playing so far. And here we go. We're in overtime after that insane end of regulation in week 1. I don't know what else to say. This has been an amazing game, whether or not we've thrown picks. There's been sacks. There's been touchdowns. There's been special team plays. What else could you want from a football game? I hope to God that we're able to score in overtime because this could be bad. I can't afford the emotional trauma of losing this game, and Locklear is sacked on first down. Second and 13 here at the 28. UTEP is trying to win in overtime. Javon Jackson cannot catch the foot. He's not Edsel Jolly. You're just not that guy, pal. You're just not that guy. It's that simple. You're not that guy. Cam Thomas, post route. You see a single high safety. We're going to hot route to a post here. Hopefully he can get open. Now there's a safety there. And it's 4th and 13 in overtime. We're going to kick a field goal and try to play defense here. It's going to be tough on Heisman. I know it is. But we're going to have to try. Wind is 8 miles per hour going. All right. Here we are on Heisman, trying to win in overtime. We need to make this field goal and play some defense. Can he kick it? That's a perfect kick. That's a perfect kick, boys. That's how you kick in college football 25. And we take the lead in overtime after an amazing blocked field goal. Can we play defense? A touchdown wins it for Middle Tennessee. Defense has been very interesting in this game. I mean, we've had amazing plays, terrible blown coverages on the back. Basically, if our line does not get there in about 3 seconds, we get cooked. Holden Willis up the seam. I'm not letting him score. And they have to get rid of it. Second down. Let's go. There's a lot to like here. Second down at the 25. There's a lot to be excited about. Holden Willis again. Stick route. Drop the ball. It was not thrown to Holden Willis. It was thrown to the backup tight end. Middle Tennessee is now in a 3rd and long situation. We're going to play cover 3, single high safety. They should not be able to find anything. There's pressure, but there's a wide open flat route, and he's able to go down the sideline and get a block, and they're inside the 5. I mean, that is insane. There was pressure. He found the read. Nicholas Vattiato made the perfect read there to get them in the position they need to get in, and we make a perfect stop with Jake Hall to keep us alive in week 1. What a game. What a game. I hope this is just the beginning of a great season for UTEP, regardless of the outcome, because we know we're going to be recruiting so well that we don't have to worry about anything in season 1, because Humongous is going to be on the recruiting trail. And this is a huge third down. They're going to have to go for it if they can't get it here. And they're going to have to go for it. A stop by the DB on the sideline. They're not going to have to go for it. They're going to kick a field goal. I thought they might go for it to go for the win at the 2-yard line. And he misses the field goal! And that is the game. UTEP wins in week 1 after a huge comeback at the end and a blocked field goal. And I hope you guys enjoyed this first video. I cannot wait to bring more UTEP franchise for you guys and in the All-Texas Conference. You guys really enjoyed this first video in our UTEP franchise and really enjoyed the game that you got to watch in episode 1 as much as I did playing it. I just wanted to do a little outro to this first episode, show you the stats of the teams. Nicholas Vattiato had a 441 game performance with 3 touchdowns, got sacked 10 times, but still threw no interceptions and had almost an 80% completion percentage. What a performance from the junior out of Florida. Peasant was absolutely snuffed in this game, and it didn't really matter. Middle Tennessee still found a way to score points with obviously 2 of their biggest receivers. Holden Willis, who I was talking about all game long, was an absolute beast and came up huge in that last drive to get them in a spot to maybe win the game, but they ended up getting blocked. And as we go to defense, you can see that their team also had a bunch of sacks as well. And if we go over to our defense, this is what I would love to talk about. The true freshman, Jalen Jones, actually had 5.5 sacks in his first ever collegiate football game, to add to 10 sacks total because Maurice Westmoreland, the senior, 6'2", 250, had 4.5 as well, Agent 0, and that added for 10.5 sacks on the day because Katie Johnson had another half a sack, and he also recovered a huge fumble to get us the comeback. And as you see in the game, Ezel Jolly was easily the player of the game on offense with 8 catches for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Skylar Locklear, while throwing for a lot of yards with 389 and 4 touchdowns, threw 4 interceptions in that game and only had a 60% completion percentage. So he's got to be better moving forward if we're going to beat these big Texas teams. And I really hope that you enjoy watching these videos because I really enjoy making them. And I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day. See ya.